Welcome to the Čapek manufacture, and welcome to the new invention of Čapek, a new version of our Rattrapante, the R.U.R. Where does it come from? Well, from the love of science fiction on one side, and from a theatre play written by Karel Čapek. So it's possibly a distant cousin of our François Čapek, and we wanted to pay tribute to him because he invented the robots as a concept. The word had been coined in England a couple of decades before, but the first one to really use it in a screenplay, in a book, is Karel Čapek. And he looked at it from both angles. Is it a slave, or is it the future master of humanity? And we are left with that question, and 100 years later, because that book was written in 1921-22, we are left with the same question. And the arrival of AI actually puts more questions than answers on that matter. But let's come back to the topic, to the watches, to your passion, our passion. What we are made for is creating incredible watches. And I got one in front of me, the beautiful Antarctique Rattrapante R.U.R. So R.U.R, you remember the book? Same thing, because we got the inspiration to create what you see first at 12 o'clock. It's a beautiful head of a robot. And the head of the robot exactly matches the style of the rest of the Rattrapante. It took us actually about 10 iterations of different faces and different finishes to exactly find the right tuning between the levers, the hammer, the different wheels, and the robot. Yet it's not finished there, because when I start the chronograph, the column wheel turns, and on the column wheel we have inserted some little eyes. So actually the robot's eyes are changing from the start, the stop, and the reset. The start, the eyes goes from blue to yellow. Then the stop, they go from yellow to red, and the reset from red to blue. And the work on the eyes has also been quite a challenge. We tried a lot of different options, using glass, using all kinds of materials, using titanium. In the end, the only solution was handmade. The skills of an incredible artisan and artist who painted one by one each of the eyes of the robot. Then we also wanted to go beyond in terms of technique, in terms of watchmaking. And so we reworked the Rattrapante itself and inserted an isolator to the Rattrapante to go further into the mechanism of the split second. And so it's, for the first time, a Rattrapante with isolator with all the mechanism on the front side. And you can enjoy this beauty by just looking around the watch and playing with the Rattrapante that actually shows when it's on now. There is a little dot that turns from white to blue when the Rattrapante is on. Besides the isolator, we also worked on the finishes. And we have done an horlogerie finish with 16 inward angles, internal angles, that are handmade on all the levers and the bridges of the watch. So we have brought the Rattrapante to the next level. This new caliber, because it's a new caliber, with the Rattrapante with an isolator and a robot, fits exactly in the same middle case as the original Antarctique Rattrapante case. You can see them. We just modified slightly the bezel. But in terms of habillage, it's not the only change, because you will discover the V2 of the bracelet. The evolution of this new bracelet is there. You can open it just by pushing a pusher in the back and put it back by pressing back. And this will be applied on all the Antarctic line. You asked for it? We did it. We decided to do a run of 77 pieces. It's a sort of an homage or a tribute to the first edition of the Rattrapante, which was also a 77 pieces edition. It was the silver grey for the one who remember. And it will be available online on September 5 at 3 p.m. Continental Europe time. So remember, that's the moment you can order it. Before you cannot order it, you can eventually ask a retailer to do the job for you. He will do it nicely. And this watch has been cooking for a while. So we actually have a good news for you, which is we can deliver as of September 5, because we prepared them between March and end August, so that we will be ready to deliver them between September and December this year. Now there is a little secret I kept for the end. You won't see any normal numbers on that watch. The reason is simple. I was just inspired by the movie Predator, where you see at the end the countdown with a strange numbering. And I felt, if this is a watch made by or for a robot, or by someone loving a robot and science fiction, or for someone loving science fiction, we should play with numbers. So we invented actually a new numbering with a new character based on the X. Just guess where it comes from. And you will see, and you will be able to learn what corresponds to what to give the exact number inside the watch. And if you come to the Geneva Watch Days, come to the Beau Rivage, find us at the 5th floor in the suite, and you will discover a robot that we have brought. It's coming from one of the most advanced startups working in the field of robotics and artificial intelligence, and it's here to connect the dots and connects the lovers of science fiction and fine mechanics. Enjoy splitting time with your new companion, and see you soon.